Hello, the Magic 8-Baller is back with episode 7 of... Oh, shit, I forgot my book. We're playing Stonehell Dungeon, and this is episode 7, and this is my new Labyrinth Lord binder. I drew the cover myself. I'm quite proud of it. As you can see, as you might can see, this is the cover of Labyrinth Lord, but I tried to draw it as the 13-year-old me. That is why I'm proud of it. It's and it took me. I mean, I'm not lying when I say it took me 30 minutes or something to sketch it, and then maybe 30 to 40 minutes to ink it up or something. It went really fast. Anyways, I'm really I like the energy of it. Anyways, I shall promise to go and get the book out. I don't know why I forgot it. A couple of things, because last time we had a lot of character death. So I rolled up some new characters. I shall put... Oh, I can see that I have my stab sign up down there. How unprofessional. There we go. I put the characters up as well. Stab is my own role-playing game. I make some... recently made some solo play with that, so the recordings didn't turn out as I wanted. Anyways, I sit here with my coffee, and as you can see, I just spilled coffee on these fresh new character sheets I printed, and I took the digital versions of the characters I rolled and put them onto paper. I can see that I have some lag. I hope it gets better. Perhaps not. Anyways, what I did, because we have, as you can see, it's only Tyra who's left of the original gang. And I think it's either because I need to... Yeah, a couple of things actually. It's either because I need to flee more from combat. But on the other hand, if I constantly flee, I won't get any treasure. So... and if I constantly die, I won't get any treasure either. I don't know if I'm just playing bad or what, but I find, although I don't mind the high death rate in OSR games, I find it perhaps maybe a tad too difficult to survive. So what I've done is that because I also have the advanced edition of Labyrinth Lord, there are some optional rules on advanced hit dice for some of the classes. And for Cordelia here, our new Hobfolk fighter, halflings now get a D8 or with the optional rules, a D8, and she has a hefty constitution, so she has 10 hit points. So this is Cordelia, and she's up there at the top, the marching order. Although it's not, I don't know yet if that's the marching order. Let's see. So Cordelia is the new group member, and then we have not Tyra, we have Inve, or Inve, I don't know how to pronounce that, female elf. And also the elves in the optional rules get D8 in hit die. So I, of course, took that. But still start level 1 with maximum hit points as I did before. Then we have Tyra. Clerics usually get the D6 hit die, but I upped that to the D8 hit die of the advanced rules, the advanced optional rules, I should say. So here we have Tyra, and then we have Pinecone, in the optional rules, assassins and magic users and illusionists doesn't get an upgraded hit die. They still are at D4, but the thief class still has. So I thought that this was a good combination of both magic user and thief. So I kept the D6 hit die for the brownies, and brownies are also, you know, kind of small, the wee people. So we have found a couple of new teammates for Tyra. Also, a couple of things regarding that. I think I said in the previous episode that I wanted to incorporate more downtime or time at the village of Eastbridge. Try to make that sort of entertainable. I found some interesting stuff in the advanced edition of Labyrinth Lord. There are all these in the very back of the book. There are all these optional rules and a whole lot of furnishing for random atmospheric details, sounds, random traps, miscellaneous room content, random features, random characteristics, specialty room furnishing. I mean, what's not to like here? Random container content, torture chamber furnishing, random tavern patrons, and I can even roll some of their their professions and if they're adventurers, and there's just a lot, and they've got traits and everything. So yeah, I did not know that was actually in. I did not realize it. It's because they put the advanced companion, I think it's called, into the advanced edition of Labyrinth Lord when they put it out some years back. I just never really noticed that. The reason why I also took the the advanced hit die option is because I was thinking about the idea of introducing yet another character, but I think I want to try and do that in future play, have like a fifth and maybe a sixth character. I want to sort of get a grasp of this first when I'm recording. It's a bit different when I'm just playing solo, so I have to wrap my head around a lot of stuff. And I maybe also want to look in some retainer play at some point. But for now, I just tried to sort of increase the survivability just slightly of the characters. Yeah, I think that's more than enough rambling. I think we should... I think we should just go to it, and then in this episode not focus on the downtime, because it's also been a while since I recorded last, and I think I will jump right to the let's say that it's morning already, and I need to do a couple of things, and we need to figure out what date it is, what day it is, I should say. So I'm just going to find my Labyrinth Lord campaign calendar. It's still here on my as a Google Docs document. So yeah, I haven't really I said I wanted to put it in here, but I haven't done that yet. I have to figure out how to do that. But anyways, it's the 9th of March, and it's 6 in the morning. And the party are set, the new assembled party. Yeah, I know it's a bit they arrived at 9. Maybe you know what? I should give it a couple of days, perhaps, because I don't think they would have found a party that fast. You know what? I'm going to skip it just yet another day. I mean, on the other hand, there's always adventure types going through Eastbridge because it's so close to the dungeon of Stonehell. So it attracts all sort of adventurous types. Anyways, we're just skipping all the downtime stuff in this episode because I have already rambled enough, and I'm going to open up the whoa, not that much of it. One sec. Yeah, because I also did a drawing video, so my Clip Studio Paint was pretty much expanded there all over the screen. Yeah, so we are traveling from Eastbridge to Stonehell. I think I'm good to go. Oh, one other little thing I think I want to do, because I've bought new graph paper or square paper. I need to find that as well as the Stonehell Dungeon book. I think that I want to incorporate a bit of not miniatures, but some tokens as characters, and then I'm just going to draw the room as we go on a new piece of paper and get some more tactics in. So yeah, let's do it. We are traveling from Eastbridge to the Stonehell Dungeon, and we are going to roll a die. I haven't found my dice either. Oh my god, I'm so prepared. One sec. Yeah, so let's roll the first encounter die. No encounters. Thank you for that. Yeah, I tried to close my Clip Studio Paint to see if that would help on the computer and the lag. I don't think it helped much, but I don't think you will notice much because I'm just going to edit the lag away. So make the pictures match the raffling, for instance. Maybe I should do actually that so I can. Yeah, we got a bit of lag. Anyways, okay. One thing more I forgot is that they also talk about in the advanced, in the optional rules, I should call it, that fighters can get an attack per level against creatures of less than a hit die. I have another idea actually, and I have. Let me get the character sheets up. There are many different versions of BX and how to let the warrior get some sort of what you call it, either more attacks or the cleave ability. And I also have in my own game and back in the early in the Blackmoor days, there were Arneson apparently had a rule where sort of you would have carry-over damage with a cleave, sort of, or damage would simply be carried over. And I think it would be, because I have that in my own game, Stab, I think it would be funny to give the fighter this cleave ability that carry-over damage can be applied to an adjacent opponent. So we sort of cleave over, and I'm thinking that I should roll, or maybe actually I shouldn't roll. It will just happen. I think I don't want an extra roll to slow things down. Yeah, but let's look at this. And last time I ruled that there was only going to be one encounter check on this map, because we are in reality. It's a bit weird because it looks a bit like a dungeon map, but but in reality we are above ground, so it's a bit weird. But I'm going to say that there's one more encounter roll here. So yeah, let's do it. No encounters here. So this takes about almost a turn to get here. And they descend down the spiral stairs into the dungeon proper. I had given it some thought about looking some of these other places, but I think I will. I have also plans of another party going out, and they could sort of check the rest, but that's for another day, I guess. So let's get the map up. This binder isn't really the best, really. So but it will have to suffice for now. This is probably going to make the microphone peak. This was something else. This was for another solo play thingy. I'm just going to go here and here. Okay. So last time we met those bandits or brigands down here, and we had to run out of the dungeon. And we met some rats on our way out and whatnot. It was really dramatic. This is a new party. Almost. We only have, we have 3 new. No, sorry. Yeah. Do we? Wasn't? Yeah, I think Pinecone was here as well. So 2 new party members. But because Cordelia, our halfling or hobfolk, is a brownback hobfolk. She does actually have deep vision, so she can see in the dark, but it gets obscured if we use a torch or lantern. But she's not really a burglar or something, or a thief, so or we could use her as that in a sense to sort of. But she's our only, she's not our only fighter. We also have the elf and the cleric, but we could use, because they have some decent skills for hiding, we could use Cordelia as sort of a scout as well. Maybe we will do that, because she has deep vision. Yeah. Okay, so the question is, does the party want to try something else? I don't think they want to necessarily go back to the brigands, really, not really. But let's see. Let's have them choose a new way. So let's say 1 to the old way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let the dice decide that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, new territory. Okie dokie. I'm getting the map out. I actually also, where did I put that? I had a photocopy of that. I guess I'll just use the book. So I also had a pencil and an eraser somewhere. Let's see. The party wants to try and go down this way here. And this is not a wall, this is a mistake, so it just goes in here. Okay, let me draw it. So I should say that who lights the torch? I think it will be, or lantern. Who's it going to be? You know what? I think it will be Tyra. Yes, she's going to light a torch. And what spells has she memorized cure light wounds. And Inve has prepared, I think, charm person, and Tyra has prepared cure light wounds, and I think that Pinecone has prepared sleep. Yes. So they're looking down there, and they more or less just see a corridor going round the corner each way here. And I can see that there is a pit trap here. So the question is, because they are at crawling speed, so I will allow a chance to spot it by the, I think everybody has a 1 in 6 chance, but let me just see, because I think that Pinecone has find and remove trap. No, that's another thing. Yeah, find. Yeah, but it's only 20%. So it's a... That's weird though, because I think that the rule... Yeah. So there couldn't really be a... that would be silly to have a 1 in 6 chance for everybody to sort of check that. I think it's because we had the Cyclops lady Giza, and she had that ability. Oh. Okay, so we actually... I'm going to allow that there is a sort of check here, because it's at crawling speed. So that is really... So the yellow die are the 10s. Whoa! We actually success. So Pinecone sort of shouts in a very whispering voice, "Watch watch out, there's a trap there. What sort of trap is that? Is it just a trap? A trap. I need the book for that. What? Oh, pit trap. Here it goes. Pit trap. 10 feet deep. 1d6 damage. So, but we sort of. I think there's a narrow ledge we can go around it. I'm quite happy that we didn't fall into that. The question is, which way do we take? 4, 5, 6 is right. Oh, we're going left. What do we see? The party finds a door right here. Do they want to look down there as well? I think they do. They're just checking out here. So, oops, we need to, of course, take care of this. Yeah. I'm going to say that it took a turn all the way down there. So they see there's a door down there as well. But they take this way here. So I have to read up on room 20. Okay, dormitory. There's smashed furnitures in here. Walls are completely covered in tally marks. Empty. Oh, so it's okay. Somebody was sort of imprisoned in here or something. Okay, so making a calendar on the wall, but it's empty. The room is empty. I had a rule that there's a 50% chance that there's something else in here because there are some tables in here we can roll on. Yeah, there's something in here. So it's not entirely empty. $48. Okay, besides all the tally marks, there's also 200 6-inch long iron nails have been driven into a wall at this location. There's no apparent pattern or purpose to them. Oh my god, this room is sort of scary, right? Let's draw the actual room also so you can see how the room looks. The room is 30 by 30 feet. And mapping all this out, I'm going to say it took a oh, could this be sort of a resting area for the group down here? There are no doors in. Let's keep that in mind. This is room number 20, although the room is a bit scary, I think. Whoops. Down here it goes actually one increment or one square further. Like that. It kind of looks like there are some NPCs in here. I have to check something. 1 sec. Okay, that's quite funny. Let's not know that we know this. And I think the party, I forgot that before, are going to listen at this door. Yeah, too bad. It was Pinecone who tried to listen at the door. He could not hear anything. Okay, let me describe the room. Architectural wonder, masterpiece stonework, images of dwarven gods, intricate patterned floor. So this is very decorated room with lots of masterpiece masonry. Snorri broad shoulders and 4 dwarfs are taking notes. So we walk into the room, and I will going to get +1 to this reaction roll, and I'm not going to say that they are, even though if we get a bad result, I'm not going to say that these guys attack, because I've read something here. So yeah, 7. So they're sort of just, ooh, hello. Sort of, we didn't expect any visitors down here, says Snorri. I'm going to read a bit about Snorri. He looks like a typical dwarf with a long braided beard and a balding head of red hair, stout build, and wearing a suit of worn but well-maintained chainmail. A satchel holding blueprints, notes, food, and a writing case with ink and pens and a flask of dwarven brandy hangs at his side. There's also some extra detail down here. I'm going to read it for you. He keeps 200 gold pieces in a money belt underneath his armor. Snorri is a lifelong student of architecture and stonework and received a +1 to his dwarven ability to detect unusual masonry. His study of Stonehell is aided by a group of 4 assistants/bodyguards, stats as normal dwarves. So, not going to read the last bit for you, but I can say that Snorri is interested in sort of interested in certain areas of the dungeon, and I will keep those hidden for now. And he will also actually pay for direction or guide to those places. Also, he will allow his 4 men to join us. However, he will need to be the leader of the expedition, and it will take extra time to investigate these rooms. I'm going to say that is a bit difficult here for the solo play. So, what am I thinking? I'm thinking we're not going to let Snorri go with us. Maybe we can meet him later again. So I think we're just going to sort of greet them and talk a bit with them. Yeah, now there's definitely got a turn by. So I'm going to roll the encounter, see if there's an encounter after this encounter. But let me also draw the room, of course. There's sort of a passage out here. Yeah. And it turns here. I can see here on my map that there is a secret door down here. How are we going to do this? I think we have to roll, even though the dwarfs are there. I think we have to roll to see if we have an encounter, and we do not have an encounter. To be honest, I must say that I forgot to take a turn up here drawing this room. Okay, but I think the party sort of investigates this area as well. So I'm going to allow them to make see if they can spot that secret door, especially, of course, in there, our elf detect secret doors. Can she detect this secret door down there? I think they're all looking. Others have 1 in 6 chance. I cannot remember if Labyrinth Lord also wants you to take 10 minutes time for each square. I cannot remember actually. 1 sec. Oh, I see that brownies also have detect secret doors. I did not know that. It says in the Labyrinth Lord book, but I don't think it says so. I think I noted that before. I don't think it says so under the entry of the character, under the character creation. But okay, that I think I will note that actually, because that is nice to know. So Pinecone can also detect secret doors, like elves. Everybody can look for secret doors on a 1, but elves and brownies have a 2 in 6 chance. I need to write that. Find secret doors. Two in 6 chance. Does it say here? Find non-magical traps. Yeah, everybody actually, that's so weird, has a 1 in 6 chance. Okay, so the remove trap thing from the brownie, the 20%, that's actually worse, because this is... no, it's not actually, because... I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Secret doors can only be spotted if characters are specifically looking for them. Labyrinth Lord rolls a d6 when the player declares that the character is looking for a secret door. The result of 1 on a d6 is a success, except that elves have better vision and succeed on a 1 and 2. A character can only attempt to look for a secret door once in any given area, and it takes 1 turn. A second attempt cannot be made in the same area. Since Labyrinth Lord rolls the dice, the player never knows if the roll failed or if there simply is no door. Okay. Okay. Yeah, area, I don't know. So I think everybody searches in the area. It doesn't say 10 feet specifically. Okay, we definitely find it. So we find the secret door. So interesting. Yeah, the reason why I'm rolling it because it's difficult, to when you play solo, that you remember to look everywhere, and I can already see it, so it's a bit weird. It's a bit meta, but never mind that. So it goes round there, but then, yeah. So let me just read number 16. Yeah, they're of course going to listen at this door, of course. Okay. We are going to listen at this door. So I guess everybody can listen, right? So it's really weird. But okay, anyways, let's say that Pinecone is the big red die, than the others. So, oh, you can actually hear something in there. And now he is warned, because on the other side of that secret door, he is able to hear something. He can hear sorts of a language he doesn't quite understands, but I think he tells Inve to step up, and she can speak Orc, and what she hears is Orc voices talking low together. Or it sounds muffled through the secret door. She can hear several Orcs speaking. And she gets a serious face on her face, of course. It's Orcs after all. What are they going to do? I think they're also going to say, let this information to Snorri and his 4 dwarfs. We can have a huge fight here, actually, if we wanted to. So, okay. I wonder, should we make a surprise attack on these orcs that... we don't know exactly. We know there's a handful in there, but I know, of course, that there are 7 here and 3 are armed with short bows. Alarm gong will summon orcs from area 15. Take 1d4 plus 1 round if wrong. I'm going to say that we have a chance to surprise them before gonging the gong, because we heard them. We can surprise them. I think they will be surprised on a 1 and 3, perhaps. I don't know. I think we could call it an ambush and just surprise them. I would judge that if I were a Labyrinth Lord. But it's going to be a huge fight, and I've recorded 45 minutes. Oh, should we do this? We would have 9. I think we're going to go step up to Snorri and let him know this. They also have like a hatred towards orcs, I guess, so I think they would be tempted to aid us here. We could do it. It would just be a massive fight, I guess. Should we just wait with this? And then come back to it later, perhaps? I'm thinking that. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to try and do it. Okay. One sec while I draw the battle map of this room. So, last night I should say, if you're watching this episode here now and we got to this point where I said I wanted to draw a map, I should say that this part of the video, and I don't know how much further, will be I should say recorded the day after, because I was very, very, very tired when I recorded the first 43 minutes. I apologize for that. I just wanted so much to start episode 7, and I can see that I have a ton of lag again. I can luckily edit that out of my video, so I won't mention it again. I will just try and take it slower. Anyways, I've inked up the part of the dungeon where we got to last night, and Just to recap shortly, I know if you're watching this video, you won't actually need a recap, but I'm going to say what is going to happen. We are going to attack the orcs that we can hear them inside here. We're going to open this secret door, and we have talked to the dwarves here, Snorri and his 4 dwarves, that there are orcs in here, and maybe they will be a danger for Snorri and his 4 dwarfs if we don't do something about these orcs in here. So, as promised, I have made a floor plan of the room where I sort of zoomed in, and now it gets really insane, because there's going to be a lot of activity in this room very, very soon, because we have a lot of orcs and we have a lot of us and a lot of dwarfs crammed into this room, and we're going to surprise them. We're simply going to charge into this room and see if we catch them surprise them. I think I won't just call it that we surprise them, so I think I will give them a chance to react, but I'm going to make it a 50-50 chance. So here we go. There are 4. We haven't seen this yet, I should say. We haven't looked in through the door or anything. I'm just putting things up. I know as the GM, the party does not know this, that there are 7 orcs in here. And it's sort of a guard room. So I'm picturing 4 orcs around a table playing dice or something. And then there are 3 archers. And I think they are sort of at each exit out of the room. That is what I imagine, sort of. Could be here or here. Or here. Sort of guards. And down here is a gong. And I've read that they can alarm other orcs in a nearby area if we are not fast enough. The party does not know this, of course, but we are going to come up in through here, the secret door up here, and we are sort of the colored dice, or not dice, the colored glass pieces here. And I'm going to assign a color to each character, so I'm going to write them up here. So first off we have Cordelia. I'm going to write Cordelia. She is going to be, I think, the pink one, or I'm a bit colorblind, so bear with me. And then we have, I think we will have the let's see, I think Pinecone is sort of the black one. So Pinecone is, yeah, so let's wait with that. And let's make the elf the white one, or the transparent one. White, that is... oh, shit, I did it the wrong way around. So, Inve is the white one. And I think, I don't know if this is yellow or green. I'm just going to call it yellow. And that will be Tyra. And then Pinecone is black. It's just so we know who is who. And then we have the dwarfs. So this is us, so the dwarfs. We have the yellow, wooden, yellow, wooden, yellow, is, yeah, Snorri. And there are 4 dwarves. So button, what should we call it? Blue button is dwarf 1, and the green button is dwarf 2. Maybe I should get is this brown? I don't know. I think so. I will call it the brown button. The brown button is dwarf 3, and the black button is dwarf 4. So this is our side. So thinking they are about here, something like this. Whoopsie. So this is the orcs, and I'm going to say that we're going to rush in, so sort of storm the as fast as we can. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's we need to be silent, sneak in. You know what, let's just rush it. So, one sec. Yeah, and let's be prepared for this. We might need to cast the sleep spell. This might be over before we know it, but I think our I intend to cast the sleep spell with Inve, and I also intend to do some backstabbing if we win so the surprise round with Pinecone. So he's going to slip into stealth mode as we go in, and Inve is ready to cast a spell. Okay, so I've written the orcs down here. So archers 1, 2, 3, and the rest 1, 2, 3, 4. And the orcs have 40 in movement, AC 6, hit die 1, attack 1, and damage D6 or weapon. I'm going to say not weapon. I'm going to say D6 so that we have a chance. Else this is too insane. Okay, so I'm going to roll their hit points. And where are my dice? Okay, so what I'm going to say is that the dwarves will come in after the party. Sort of we've agreed that they would come into the fight to help us in sort of the second round. We did not talk about second rounds. we said you will come running in to aid us the moment after we get in. So let's do this. Oh yeah, sorry, I needed to roll hit dice for all the orcs. Let me just do that. Yeah, 2 and 5. And 1. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh my god, these orcs are seriously weak. Oh, orc number 2 here has a lot of hit points. 3 and 2. Okay, maybe I should even not cast the sleep spell, because this is ridiculous They rolled pretty poorly for once. So, okay. So Cordelia moves in side by side with Inve. They're running in through the door here. And then, like this, sneaky, sneaky. So they come into the room. And I'm going to now roll for surprise. Are they surprised? A 50% chance. They are not. Okay. So, initiative. This is going to be important, else we get even more orcs in here. And then maybe the prepared sleep spell is going to be something that we want to use anyway. So, let's roll initiative. We are the yellow die. We lost initiative too. Okay, this is so bad. Okay, let me read the description of this. This is going to be hilarious. So normally I wouldn't use, I just do theater of the mind normally, but fights like these I will pull up a battle map, I will promise you for that. Because this is going to be a bit, you know. Okay, let's see what we can do. Where is the description again? Alarm gong. Fallen stones and debris piled into defensive wall in the center of the room. I did not even read that. So, okay, so there's a defensive wall in the room. Okay. I'm going to say that there's room around it. I'm going to say that okay. It's going to be like a wall that is like this. I'm going to make some hatchings here. And this is going to be the wall, so there's room movement around it. Okay, I thought they were playing dice or something around a table. Okay, so it's debris. 2 have short bows. No, sorry, that was another entry. Orcs 7, 3 armed with short bows. Alarm gong will summon orcs from area 15. 1d4 rounds after wrong. The orcs are unaware of the secret door. Each has 3d6 silver penny pieces and owns a bottle of dwarven brandy, which is 25 GP, worth 25 GP. Is that each then? I don't know. Anyways, so they won initiative, and it's sort of, I have a ruling that says that, and that is different from the normal Labyrinth Lord rules, that I'm going to say that sort of initially if we won initiative we could do exactly what we wanted, but missile weapons are primarily first together with movement. So what I'm going to say here that these orcs are going to do is that they are, what this guy here unfortunately runs up. So it's sort of movement and missile first, like in Swords and Wizardry, and he sort of gongs the gong. And they will come there in 1d4 plus 1 rounds. So I'm going to keep track of the rounds up here. In 3 rounds. So this is the first round. So it's after 3 rounds. Anyways, so he went over there and gonged the gong. And I'm thinking that this orc down here moves a bit over here and fires his short bow. Yes, he's going to do that. Bad. And I had prepared a spell. So who is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot one of the two. 1, 2, 3 is Cordelia. Oh shit. He's going to shoot the elf Inve, who has prepared a spell. She will probably lose it now. She can cast it again, but it cannot go off here. Shit. So, okay, anyways. Did I forget my 20-sided die? I did. So. Oh my god. Of course. See, that's a crit, and I have some crit rules that are different from the normal Labyrinth Lord rules, and that is that I roll the doubles of the damage die, and I take the highest die. If I roll doubles, it will be this, whatever doubles I roll to damage. Shit. So 5 damage to Inve, and she definitely loses the spell, and she must first cast it in the next round. So 5 damage to Inve. Where are the correct sheets? So Inve has 9 hit points with the new advanced optional hit dice of advanced Labyrinth Lord. So she is down to 4. Hit points. Going to put them up there. That was bad. So I'm going to say that this guy, this orc down here, cannot do anything else. Now it's this guy. He shoots one of these 2, I guess. Oh, shit. Who is it going to be? Oh, this time it's Cordelia. 11 plus Cordelia's armor is... What is Cordelia's armor? 3, so that's not 19, that's not a hit. And I'm going to say that they have 10 arrows each. So, yeah. There we go. So now it's the orcs here. What are they going to do? Are they just simply going to attack us? They do not know that we also have backup plans. Are they going to let us come in so they can attack, or are they just going to hold? 2 of them just going to attack? How they're going to do it? You know what I think? I think these 2 here will go up here and hide behind this defensive wall, and these 2 will go up and attack 1 each. That is how I'm going to judge this. So first this one on Inve. That's a miss. Next orc attacks. Oh, he can actually attack here. Is he going to do that? I am going to allow that, actually. That's a miss. That was that orc, so now it's this orc. Okay, also a miss. There's not room for anybody else. So that means that now it's our turn. And that also means that spell can only go off in the round after this one. So let's just say that it's Cordelia first, our hobfolk fighter here. Or just hobfolk, they're not really fighters. Come on, Cordelia, you can do it. She has +1 to the roll. 7 plus 6. I think. No, that's a miss. Shit. What about. Oh god, I dropped the character sheets. Oh my god. That's the reason I probably had digital character sheets before. You can't drop those. Inve is also a +1. Yes, that's a crit. Going to hit this orc here. And I think that was orc 1 actually, who has 2 hit points only. So she has +1 to damage and she has a long sword. So that orc is so dead. And this is going to be orc 2 and I'm just going to say 3. So this orc goes down and dies. 1 orc off the board. Now we can actually have passage of our... So we can actually move through our comrades. I think we're going to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Or are they? Hold on, they can be shot at. Maybe it's best to stay back. You know what? You know what? Because we don't want to lose Inve. Yeah, it's too late. I did not say that we were going to cast spells from Tyra. I think perhaps Tyra goes over here and attacks orc number 2, because they will have to fire into melee, and let's see what happens. So Tyra attacks orc number 2. 9 plus 6, that's 14, that's a miss. And yeah, Pinecone can't really get out of there. Or he can actually, but he doesn't really want to, does he now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that, I mean 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he can actually go all the way over here and attack this orc. Is he going to do that, or would that be insane? I think that would be insane. So he's not going to do that. Okay, so new round. And we told the guys to come in. Let's see who wins initiative. We are the yellow die. Oh yeah, I should say that we want to cast spells. I think the rules are that we can't cast spells when we have some in melee range. Let me just check that. The way I read it, the spell is actually disrupted from the caster's memory. This is Vancian magic. I could not read if that actually demanded a saving throw though. Or if that they just meant on if spells required a saving throw. That was a bit confusing. Let me look at the... So it would be a wisdom spells. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have this house rule then, that if you get attacked, and if the effect is so strong that you can actually lose your spell, I'm going to say that you can, if you beat a spell saving throw, let me find, of course, in there, that you can actually still cast the spell after. But that's, I succeeded. Yes. Okay, so she did not lose a spell, she just had to cast it after. That is what I'm going to rule here. I could not find if they were, I think it's in Swords and Wizardry, you can't cast spells if you are, but this is Labyrinth Lord, so I honestly don't know. Yeah. Anyways, where was I? It's the orcs, isn't it? Bad. Okay, so firing into melee. Are the orcs going to do that? Yeah, so firing into melee is -2, but I also, and if they miss, I roll a 20-sided die and I'll roll one of 2, they hit their own. I should also say, I forgot before, that the archers get +1 to their roll in here because it's short range of the weapon. So Archer 1 is going to attack first. Yeah, I think he's just going to shoot at Inve. She's really exposed there, isn't she? So it's just -1. Yeah. That's a miss, so I'm going to roll a 20-sided die now. If I roll 1 or 2, I'm going to hit one of these 2. I did not. So he misses. Is this guy going to... Let me take the range guys first. This is number 2. I think he... And I also just read that you can move and shoot. But there's cover here, so that's also... If it's partial cover, it's -2. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I think that is okay to stand over here. So, but -1 to this roll. That's a miss. And are we going? I think this guy is going to wait out, and that is number 3. So he has shot 1 time. No, he did not. So the others 2 have used 1 more arrow. Now it's the orcs here. This one is in infight with Cordelia. And yeah, let's do it. 16 plus... Oh, Cordelia has 3. 19. That's just a hit. 1 damage only to Cordelia. She's down to a 9. And then this orc here, I think that's orc number 4. He's trying to go up here and attack Inve. That's a miss. This orc is going to attack Cordelia. That's a miss. So, movement missile thingy situation. Okay, what I think. So the dwarves are out here, just here. Snorri and the orcs. Let's just say that they wait here by the wall. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm giving 5, 10, 15, 20. 20, yeah, so Nori is going to go around here. He hasn't attacked yet. He can do that after just movement. And then the dwarves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30 here. No, he's good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a rule that we can get hit if we go past. It's only in 5e something. So he goes down here. So they all actually can move in here. I'm going to cast spells now before melee. So Tyra casts Cure Light Wounds on Inve, and yes, she is back up to maximum, which is 9. And okay, I'm just going to go with our characters from the top then. So I'm going to say it's Inve on this orc, and that is orc number 2. That's a miss. Cordelia hits same orc. 11 plus 6. That's also a miss. Then it's Tyra can't do anything. And Pinecone, he doesn't want to fire into melee, so let's just say it's Snorri on orc number 2. No, orc number 4, sorry. That's a hit. And Snorri, I forgot to look at Snorri's stats. He has a d6, he has a hand axe. Yes, he kills this orc, Rumpf. So now it's dwarf number 1 on orc number 2. That's a hit. the dwarf certainly help. And kill. No, it does not kill it. It's down to 2. It was the buff orc. One sec. I need to see the numbers of the other orcs. Oh, sorry, dwarves. I'm just going to assume it's sort of the same stats as Snorri. So this orc is down to 2, and then dwarf number 3 is going to attack orc number 3. 8, that's a miss. Last dwarf number 4, that's a hit. Orc number 3, sorry. Yeah. And kills it. Okay, so what happens now is that, so we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 orcs left, and it's round. So they lost half. They're going to do morale check now. So, yeah, we are going to roll initiative. Are we casting any spells? I don't think so. No. So, who wins initiative? Whoops. The orcs do. Oh, by the way, they needed to do a morale check. So, are they staying? This orc first. He's definitely not staying. staying, staying, and staying. The archers are staying. This orc wants to flee, and the thing is that I know that you in Labyrinth Lord, if you're going to he can, if he does a full, whoa, what was that? A full retreat, we get +2 to hit him. That is actually really weird. Yeah, okay, that is of course because, yeah, he won initiative. So if he had chosen to his morale would have, as it has now, caused him to flee. If he lost initiative, we would have a bonus to hit him. But I think now that he just flees, he can simply do it. So let us just see. 1, 10, 5, 10. I think he's going this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He can get all the way down here. So I'm just assuming that these guys are going to shoot after the easiest targets, and that must be Snorri, else they get minus here. And when they, I think orcs see a dwarf, they simply just want to attack. So this guy up here, oops, hits Snorri. Let's see how much damage that is. A 2. And I think Snorri has 5 hit points. Yes. Oh my god, we get Snorri killed. Snorri, 5 HP. Oh, so he's down to 3. Next orc. That's a fumble, and his bowstring snaps on a 1 and 6, I should say. So if he rolls a 1, his bowstring snaps. So this guy has fired an arrow. This orc down here also fires after Snorri. 12 plus AC 5. That's a miss. Okay, whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the thing is that if you are out of the field of vision, you have escaped. But I'm going to say that he's not out of field of vision, because this dwarf can actually shoot him, and so can actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, actually we have quite a few chances to get this guy out. Okay, so it's our turn first. I'm going to say movement now, and then probably missile fire first. So I'm going to let Pinecone go out here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Here he can definitely shoot here. And yeah, come on. He has a Pinecone has a bonus to hit, which is +1 and +1 because he is in close range. So that's +2. 13 plus 6, that's 19. That's just a hit. D6 damage. 5 damage. He kills the remaining orc. So all the non-archers are out. Okay. Let's have our heroes also do something. Our quote-unquote heroes. Cordelia is going to 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she's going to charge into this guy here. I don't think there are any charge rules though. And she's going to miss. Then it's Inve. It's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Attack. Going down here actually. Attack this guy down here. That's a miss. Christ. And then we have yellow. That was Tyra. Tyra is going to do something now. She's going to attack over here. 12 plus 6. That's 18. That's a miss. Oh my god. Snorri goes and attacks. That's a miss. Dwarf, I cannot remember. It's just one of the dwarfs. Go down here. Let's all have all the dwarfs down to this gong guy down here. Miss. Hit. This orc dies. That was this guy down here. And the last dwarf. Ooh, crits. Who is he attacking? I mean, he's dead, right? Oh, never mind. He just hits a hole in the air, doing 12 damage. Okay. So now it's definitely. Now it's the third round. And the orcs must decide whether they do a fighting withdrawal or full retreat. So, but they have to do morale check, but it's going to be, I think, with -1 now. How silly are they? Are they going to keep on fighting? This dwarf up here rolls morale. He's staying. The other one wants to flee. So, initiative. Are we going to cast any spells? No, we are not. So it's initiative. We won initiative. So, that means this guy is staying. So, and this is one is. Yeah, I forgot to say whether he wanted to a full retreat or fighting withdrawal. One sec. Oh, I made a tiny mistake, but it doesn't matter. A fighting retreat allows a character to move backward at half normal encounter movement. There must be a clear path. A full retreat occurs when a character moves backwards faster than half the encounter movement. Oh, so no, never mind, that was right. And then it's +2 for the others to hit. So, what it's going to be, I'm going to roll. It's going to be a fighting retreat. Allows a character to move backward half normal encounter movement. There must be a clear path. Oh, there's actually not. So he can move 5, 10. He cannot, because it's blocked by a wall and 3 dwarfs. So I'm guessing he cannot. And this guy just wanted to stay, and we have initiative. Okay, so what I'm going to say is that I'm going to... What am I going to... I'm going to use Pinecone. He's going to move up through the dwarfs because we can do that, and then he's going to shoot. Is this firing into melee? I guess it is. He has a +2, so it's just a flat roll. Ha! Shit. Ah, thank God. He just drops his arrow. So now it's... whom should we take? Cordelia at that orc there. That's a hit. Cordelia has a d6 with her spear. 1 at Archer 1. Oh, she has a +2 in strength. It's dead. She kills this orc, and now we can just go from the top and say it's Snorri first. Snorri, you're on a roll. Oh, he hits it but does only 1 damage to it. Then it's Inve. No, sorry, Tyra. Misses. Inve. Is that a 16? Yeah. That's a hit. Oh yeah, that toon died, so... Oh, wrong die. 3 in damage because +1. So... it's down to 1. And I think that these dwarves here are going up to attack this poor orc. Miss, miss, and hit. 6. Okay. We killed all the orcs in here, but as we do, a number of orcs come running into the room. Oh my god. I need to take a little water break. I need some to clear my throat. Okay, so what happens now is that actually 6 other orcs come running in from this corridor. And I'm going to have it like a normal initiative round, so yeah, and roll surprise and everything like a normal encounter, but they come running in here. I will let them run all the way up here. Here. Wonder if I should put the archers first. There are 6 orcs in total, and 2 of them are archers. They could go up here and shoot, but they will have to shoot past the wall with modifiers. You know what? Let's just do it like this. So actually down here, they just come round the corner. So are any of the sides surprised? Because they could be surprised to see that all their comrades are slain. And would they even attack so many? I don't know. It's a new combat round, encounter I should say. So let's see. Nobody are surprised. So who wins initiative? We have to re-roll that because I don't do combats with all at once. We win initiative. Aha. So I can actually fire and move in this system. So I think Pinecone going to go shoot at this orc here. So before we do anything else, let me just roll their hit dice. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are a little bit oh, we don't know yet. yeah, they are already more buffed than the other group. Oh, they are. Shit. Okay, though these guys are the bigger orcs, except one with a little pleb. Okay, so Pinecone shoots at this orc number 1. Oh my! On a 1 in 6, his bowstring snaps. It does not. He drops an arrow. He has lost, by the way, I think 2 arrows. I need to keep track of that somewhere. Oh, yeah. No, actually, he's dropped 2 arrows and shot 1, right? So it's actually 3. And then he's going to move up behind his friends here. And oh my god. Let's have our characters move first. It's after all our expedition and not Snorri's. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah. So I'm just going to move first. Oh, I forgot to say if we cast spells. I always forget that. So we don't. Just silly me. The movement first, and the others are just sort of backing up if something should happen. They're the backups. Yeah, they can all move here-ish. Except Pinecone. So, it's Cordelia. +1, 14, +6, that's 20, that's a hit. He does d6 damage. +1, it's 2 damage to number 1 here. He is down to 3. Now it's Inve. She misses. And the others can't do anything because it's so cramped. So it's orc number 1 who was just hit. He is in fight with Cordelia. No, he doesn't drop his weapon. And then it's this orc number 2 misses, and the others can't do anything. The question is, are these going to risk it and fire? Can they even do that? I mean, there are 10 feet here. So that's in meters, that is 3 meters. There would be room, because it's not static, you know. There would be room in between them if they moved a bit and then they fired. But I'm going to say that it's fire into melee. So it's -2, but it's in short range, so it's just -1. 17, that's a hit. On who? 1, 2, 3. It's Cordelia. 3 damage to Cordelia, actually. He's down to 6 hit points. And now it's the other archer. It's firing. That's a miss. Oh yeah, and we need to... He doesn't shoot his friends. The arrow just goes between them and over their heads or whatever. So, both sides have acted. And are we going to cast any spells? Yes, we are. Inve is going to cast... Did I say sleep? I mean... You know what? You know what? It's Pinecone who can cast sleep. It's Pinecone who's going to cast spells this round. And I think this is room enough. Let me just see how far I can cast sleep. I cannot remember. Oh wow, there's quite a range on sleep. So yeah. Okay, so let's just... It's actually spells now. So, and we won initiative, didn't we? Did I not roll? No, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't rolled initiative. So, but we're going to cast spells. Or a spell. It's the orcs first. Yeah, one hits after Cordelia, and that's a miss, actually. The other hits after Inve. That's a miss. Are they trying to shoot again? Yeah. -1. 14. Who is he trying to hit? Whoops. That's Inve. Inve has 3. That's 14 plus 3. That's a miss, actually. Wow. The other one attacks who? Also Inve. That's a miss. Oh, I need to roll to see if they hit. No. One of their comrades, they did not. So now it's us. Now it's spells. So yeah. Pinecone. I imagine sort of Pinecone has this bag of... He has this little bag with this sort of dream dust in it or something, I don't know. And then he casted a handful of dream dust upon these orcs. And we're going to roll 2d8 hit die to see how many creatures fall asleep. That's an 8. 2. So 10 hit die. That's all of them, because they're 1 hit die creature. They all fall asleep. And what happens here is that they sleep for some rounds, but what we're going to do, we're simply going to kill them. Okay. I'm just going to write 6 plus 7 orcs here, because we are going to calculate experience points. Or I am, off camera, I think. Phew! We won that. But, I mean, also slightly easier with more hit points, but I think we could have won that even with lower hit points, because the we were a bit more prepared. So let me just calculate the experience points, and yeah, let me do that off camera. But I can just again state say how I am calculating hit points. I'm using another system where I say that if you are level 1 character and you fight a 1 hit die creature, that you are awarded 100 experience points. But the way I do it also is that you know what? Actually, that might be a bit confusing now that we have extras. I think I'm you know what? I'm going to change. I'm just doing it per the normal rules of Labyrinth Lord, because why not? I know I should be consistent with rules and everything, but I think I want to try and do it with the original Labyrinth Lord rules. So 1 sec. Okay, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so 1 hit die monsters have a base experience point award or reward of 10 points, and they get 3 extra bonus XP per special ability, but the orcs do not have any abilities really. So let me see, that is 1 sec. I'm just checking the orcs. No, they don't. So that's 13, so that's 130 experience points. And is it divided? Or is it each? One sec, I'm going to read this section. Be right back. So it's divided. Oh, that's harsh. My method is a bit more generous. Also, also we need to. Yeah, we don't have retainers. Retainers receive half of a share each, so we don't have any retainers. The others were just, I don't know, a help. I'm going to say that. So, okay. Yeah, one sec. I also need to find how much treasure they had. Oh, by the way, it wasn't all the orcs who had a bottle of brandy. It was just 1 orc who had a bottle of brandy worth 25 GP. But that's the biggest treasure we've found so far. So I have calculated the treasure and the XP. So in total, and I need to also, yeah, first of all, each character earned 32 experience points. So that's one thing. Okay, so that's, okay, one thing I want to share is that actually, because we had to divide the 120 experience points, that because we had to round it down to 32. Actually, the 2 experience points left over I gave to Tyra, because then Tyra ended up exactly on what she needed to level. However, she cannot level in the dungeon, and in order for her to level, we have to go back to the village of Eastbridge. But do I want to do that now? I think I do, sadly. Or actually I don't, but that is because I can see that I have recorded 1 hour and 6 minutes plus the 43 minutes, and I think that must be sadly enough for today, sort of. But we're going to level Tyra up, so that's a thing. Also, back to Snorri and his 4 dwarfs. I think that Snorri now likes us more. He didn't so much initially as we entered, but Snorri still, he looks at us as sort of capable adventurers, and now he really trusts us to look at. There are some specific places that he wants us to look at. I have those here. So I think that what we can agree to do with him is that we can sort of find these places at some point, and then go back and sort of get him and act as guide going back with the expedition. So we're not going to say that we are going to take all the 5 dwarfs, and that is normally, I think, if I would have been a player in this game, I think I would have taken these 5 dwarfs, because it's definitely a bonus sort of to have them survivability wise. But I'm going to say that it's too much for me to sort of, I think it's too much for me to handle. So we're going to let Snorri be Snorri and just say that we can run him into him later and make this agreement with him that we can either find him in town back in Eastbridge or sort of in this room. I don't know how we're going to lay that out, but yeah, we're just going to make this agreement with Snorri that we can't guide him there as it is. So yes, the party goes back to town. So where are my maps? Of the dungeon. I have it here. I cannot honestly not remember. I think we were on just really on the 4th turn or 5th or something of the torch. So only 40 minutes or so has passed. And we also of course need to add this room down here to the map. So let me just do that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 down there, and then a little corridor up here. And the orcs came from the room down here. We don't know where exactly. There we go. And okay, so this and this was room 16. So let's see. We have to go back, and we can do twice the tempo because we've been here before. So it's double up on the crawl speed. So let's see. It doesn't actually take us much to go back. So let's see. This door is just open because I found that this is an open door. There was a sign that this was an open door where the dwarves were. So yeah, it's really no big deal to get back. I don't think we even have to do a encounter check, but we have to do an encounter check up in the gorge or the foothill of the mountain. That is the way I'm interpreting. Can't speak. So 1 encounter roll up here. No encounters. I rolled a 5. Go out. And there's no encounter checks on the way back to the village because the village area is quite friendly. It's only when we are going out. So the party comes back this time as a whole group and no one has died. They're also taking the dwarven brandy, and this is around the time where I think I want the next video to be sort of a downtime thing in the village, because I think I want to roll up the shopkeepers and all the good stuff in town where they sell their treasure and whatnot. Since I also found that really nice stuff in the back of Advanced Labyrinth Lord. I'm going to use that for the downtime, but before we check out today, we're going to have Tyra level. And let's have a look at, I think I might going to put the Labyrinth Lord page up. So 1 sec. Whoops, that was going a bit too much. Whoopsie. Okay, so I'm just going to have the page open here. So you can see not much happens, but I am now what is called an initiate, and I'm level 2. Initiate. That's my title, and I roll. What is the for the advanced rules? This may seem a bit hefty, but I actually, for clerics roll, I think it's a D8 now, the hit die, because I use the advanced options. Yes, it is actually. I couldn't find it, but it is. Let me roll it then. And so we're going to roll Tyra's new hit die. Only a 2. So, but on the other hand, she is up to 10 now. So, what else? That was the wrong page. She can now cast 2 first level spells, so still no second level spell. So 2 times per day she can cast a level 1 cleric spell. Hooray! So that's that. Yeah, great stuff. So I guess we're out for now. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice time until then. Until next time. Bye bye.